Oh, you stopped over there. That's really unfair. Made me look silly. Hello and a very good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby. Thank you for joining us. It is Friday! Whoop, 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 whoop. Friday, as we like to call it here. And we are into the second show of the day, which is the softer side of life. So for the next couple of hours, if you love all things soft craft, then this show is going to be for you. And actually, if you don't normally tune into Softer Side, maybe you are more of a paper crafter, I urge you to stay watching this particular show because we'll have some fantastic demos coming up. And actually, the brand new launch that we've got is not just for soft crafters. I think it is going to be perfect for a lot of our paper crafters as well, because we're talking about multimedia dies. That's what we've got coming up over the course of this show. And of course, it is not just me on my own over the course of the next couple of hours, because that would be horrendous. Thankfully, I am joined by one of my absolute faves. It is the one and only, my seamstress. Although she's not made me anything yet, she keeps promising to.
I have.
Oh, she's made me. I take that back. She's made me a
cravat which you don't wear.
It's a bit itchy. It's the lovely Becky Sworn.
Hello. It's rude. You have to wear it. I made it for you.
You did.
I poured love into that cravat I made you.
Did you?
I did say, I just messaged you and said it's going to be really itchy.
Yeah, it was made from a funny fabric, isn't it?
Yeah, it's made from shot lurex, so
Yeah.
it's not really conducive for cravats. No. But I'll make you another one.
Yeah.
Another time.
Thank you. Maybe Christmas.
Maybe. Yeah.
Talking of Christmas, got some brand new goodies coming up, haven't we?
We do, absolutely. We've got some fantastic multimedia dies. Now, you were saying that these aren't just for soft craft. They're not. They're multimedia dies, so you can use them for your card making as well. But they're really, really lovely little designs. We've got 3 different packs. One that's got sort of festive kind of friends. Other one's got festive, like key festive people for the Christmas period. And obviously, we've got the nativity in there as well. So those are our new launch today. And I'm going to be doing quite a few demos using those. They really are very lovely.
Yeah, we're going to be concentrating lots on those over the course of the show. We've also got brand new fabric coming up for you. We've got on the show best ever prices, and a little bit later on, something I know that Becky always looks forward to. It's going to be an absolute cracker today. We have got for you the alphabet and numbers, which we like to call our
Builder Block of the Week.
So that's all to come on Softer Side. Also on the website right now, we have got the final few days of our Summer Sea Sun sale, because then we'll be going headlong into Christmas in July. This is all about getting those absolute bargains. New lines added each and every day, as you've just seen there. And we've got up to 75% off. If you have a little bit of a look, you can shop by new lines, you can see new bundle deals, you can see 40, 50, 60, 70, 75% off. I mean, click on them all, but I would be inclined to think, if you were shopping on the web, where would you click first? Obviously, you're going to click on the 75% off deals first. Get shopping, new lines added each and every day. The reason you need to go quickly is A, things will probably sell out, particularly with the 75% discount, and B, the Summer Sea Sun sale does end on Sunday, midnight, so make sure you get those deals before they disappear. We've got Chloe on the socials today, already in. Sarah Brown says, hi again, gang. I'm back for more fun with the best TV channel ever. That's how she's written it, ever. Sending hugs your way from Melbourne, Australia. Thank you. I don't think I've ever heard us been described as the best TV channel ever, so we'll take that. It's very kind. Irina says, good morning, Ben, Becky, Rachel, Chloe, and the Crafters TV team. Oh, in the gallery today, new pairing of, we've got Charlotte, who's just gone, hi, and Jamie. Yeah, Jamie and Charlotte steering the good ship craft today. Lynn Callister says, afternoon. Hello to Lillian Kwok. Debbie's in saying, good morning, Ben and Becky. And Chloe from a beautifully warm New York. And Kirsty D says, good afternoon, everyone, from a now very wet Teesside. Did you get the thunderstorms, Kirsty? Let us know. It's sunny here now. But I did say those thunderstorms were on their way to you. Right, let's have a look at the brand new Multicraft Applique Star Die collection. I'll show you this first of all, because this is I really like this project. I think it's like super
it's lovely,
cute.
Isn't it?
Yeah, and it shows a great way to use them, doesn't it?
Very easy to achieve with this, and they're really nice. Putting up a wreath at Christmas time is obviously what we always do, but you could make your own wreath to pop on the front of your door like that.
Yeah. And I think as well, great fun to be crafting with the kids these too. And that week before Christmas, you know what they're like, they get super excited. You know, how long is it till Christmas? How many days to go? And you need to find things for them to do. This is a kind of thing.
I'm still like that.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I look for my presents in the house.
Do you give them a squidge when you find them?
Well, no, because they're never wrapped.
Oh, what?
No, whenever I find my presents, they're not wrapped, because my husband doesn't wrap them until midnight on Christmas Eve.
So how is that fun then?
Well, because it's just quite exciting looking around. He's got wise to it. He keeps them at the office now. He doesn't bring them at home. Otherwise, I find them.
Not surprised. I think it's fun finding the presents that are wrapped and having the squidge before the day. But if you find them and then you know what they are, where's the fun in that?
Well, sometimes then I can order something that I really want. See, clever.
That's quite a good idea, actually. This table runner, fantastic again. I'll show you all the full range in just a second, but I love this. You've got your Christmas robin. There's an upside down lamb / polar bear. There's that one could be a Christmas llama, actually, couldn't it? It could be a Christmas llama. Then you've got this one here, which is obviously your reindeer. That one there, an upside down owl. I'm not doing very well here. It's not Batman, as Gilmore said earlier on. And then, of course, you've got your cute little Christmas penguin there as well. So lots of different characters to introduce you to. Let me show you the whole collection, because they all come in their own little packaging. So you can get the full set, all 3 collections, by going for the bundle deal that you can see on screen. However, if you do like a particular set on its own, you can go for these individually. So it's entirely up to you how you want to do it. Worth $77.97 or almost $100. They're $61.99 today, or $78.95. Platinum members, $49.59, or you are down to $63.16 if you are a US viewer and you are platinum. This one here is your festive friend. So you've got Father Christmas and Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. You've got your snowman, Frosty. You've got your 2 elves there as well. We should name the elves, I think, really.
What's a good elfish name? Maybe we should have some help with an elfish name.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you want to send some suggestions in on the socials? We need a name for boy elf and girl elf, please. Suggested names for those. I mean, he's got to be Frosty, Father Christmas, Merry Christmas. What should we call the gingerbread man? Crumbs.
Percival.
Percival. That's such a great name. And such a great name. Only you out of everybody who is here would have suggested the name Percival.
Percival the gingerbread man. Have you not heard that well-known children's story?
No, I know. I do need to read it though. Yeah. Can I do my really bad gingerbread joke before we move on?
Go on then.
What do you call a gingerbread man with one leg?
I don't know.
Limp Bizkit. That's a band. They were a big rock band. That's why it's funny. It was in the 90s, I think.
Oh, sorry, was that funny?
I don't know, you laughed.
It was very funny.
Next up, we've got our festive animals. So our animals here, again, the great thing about this is you get the set of dies to be able to create the star to pop them on, and then you can be as creative as you want with these. So you've got instructions as to how to create the reindeer, the owl, the Christmas mouse, the bear, the robin, and also the penguin. But again, you've got all those different shapes there. Think of all the different colours that you've got as far as your materials are concerned, the felt we've got on the show as well, so you can create lots and lots of different animals. And then lastly in this set is the one that you saw just a few moments ago on that gorgeous wreath. It is your nativity set, where you are going to get the 3 wise men, Balthazar, Melchior and Caspar, and you've also got Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
And the wee donkey.
And they don't get the donkey, but as we've already discussed, there are sets on this show that allow you to be able to make a donkey should you wish. It is 57 dies in total, and the reason I want you to stick with us on this particular show, if you are not normally a soft crafter, is these are multimedia dies. So if you're more into your paper craft, then these are obviously going to work for your crafting with your cards as well. £49.59, $63.16. Shall we have a little look at these in action with Becky? I think we shall. A few just final good mornings before we get cracking. Morning to Shaddai, says good morning, Lord Ben and Becky. It is it's Canada Day today.
Oh.
Yes. Happy Canada Day. It will be a wild day in the nation's capital and it's supposed to rain and pour. What do you do on Canada Day to celebrate? Let us know, please. I've
never been to Canada.
You have?
No, I've never been.
No, should love to go.
Yeah, I've got a friend who's Canadian, half Greek, half Icelandic, and she's lived all her life in Canada.
Half Greek, half Icelandic, and lives in Canada. So
she's very tall, very blonde, very tanned, and very Canadian. It's a good combination.
That is everything that you'd want there, isn't it, really? Everything that you would want. And Anne says, that gingerbread man is up to something. Yeah, he does look a little bit dodgy, doesn't he? Does look a little bit dodgy. Let's get on over to Becky and see how easy it is to use these dies whilst you get them in your basket. What are you going to show us?
I thought I'd show you a couple more samples so you can see. This is a little towel that's just been decorated. I mean, at Christmas time, I do get out guest towels when it's Christmas. I'm not like Monica from Friends with, was it 19 different types of towels that she had, something like that?
Oh, I don't know.
Guest towels, fancy guest towels. But I do have guest towels, but I think this is a really great way of just being able to sort of adapt a couple of towels and make them a little bit festive.
Is that the first one you've decorated? Is that the first towel?
Oh my God, that was terrible. Did you think about that just now?
Literally just that second.
My goodness.
First towel. Oh dear.
There's a little bag that's been decorated with Father Christmas, so great for you, little Christmassy snacks. Then in here we've got all sorts of little decorations. So if you watched the show earlier on, we showed you how to make some of these into sort of Christmas tree decorations. Very, very simple, nice and easy to do. This one has been stuffed, so it's a nice padded Christmas tree decoration. But you've got all these different designs here that you could use. Maybe making sort of little decorations to give to people for Christmas. My mum always makes a decoration for each of my kids, and she's done it every year since they were born.
Got on the tree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and she does one depending on, what the kind of interest that they're in. So at one point they were really into ice skating, they're not anymore. And they just want money. So I suspect that this year she might just give them a £5 note.
To hang on the tree?
To hang on the tree, yeah. And I think they'd be delighted about that.
Then money really will grow on trees.
Yeah, exactly. Then we've also used them for decorations to make a kind of bunting. So this would be great for decorating in your home, but actually you could make this and put it on the tree as well, and to make it into a kind of garland. But you've got all of the nativity on here. You could also use some other shapes. You could do all the animals in there. Yeah. So we've got our animal applique dies, but you could also sort of do all the sheep and the wee donkey in there as well.
The
wee donkey.
Hey.
And then finally we've got this fantastic advent calendar, which is just gorgeous and really, really easy to make. So we've used the little the stars as pockets. You can put a chocolate in there. Or another kind of gift, but something you'll be able to keep, and very, very simple for you to do. And as we were saying earlier on, if you were I remember having fuzzy felts, and I loved fuzzy felts. Yeah. And they were, if you've never seen them before, they were little felt shapes, and you'd make make little scenes out of them. But you could do that. You could cut out all these different shapes that we've got on the show today, all these applique shapes, and you could put them into a nice box and give them to a child to play with. You don't actually need to make anything with them because they're so versatile. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a few of these. Just getting all the bits and pieces out. I'm going to show you what we've got inside here. So I'm using the festive animals here. I'm just checking which festive animal I've chosen to do. And you've got all your dies here. So these are your copper-coloured multimedia dies. So they're thicker than normal dies, normal paper crafting dies. And they'll cut through multiple layers of fabric. So they'll cut through sort of 6 layers of ordinary cotton, and they'll certainly cut through 2 or 3 layers of felt, ordinary polyester felt. If you're using something thicker, using like a full wool felt, you may only cut 2 layers of those, but you just need to try that out and work out what works best for you. So you've got all your different shapes here, and then you've also got your little guide, which shows you exactly what you'll need to make up all those different little patterns. So these will mix and match. As I was saying when I did the demonstration earlier on, I'd sort of stolen some of the eyes from those when I was doing my we're making those sort of googly eyes for the one of the three wise men. But you can absolutely sort of mix and match. You don't have to exactly follow what we've got here. And then you'll see how to put the individual designs together. Almost your recipe book for making your little polar bear in there. But obviously we were talking about this earlier on. If you moved his ears so they were more upright, they might look a little bit more like a polar bear, because he does look a little bit...
It's like a lamb.
He does look a little bit like a lamb. But obviously you can make all sorts of different things, anything that you really want. So what you will do is you'll take out your various pieces that you need to cut. So I've already cut out a few bits to make my robin. So I would have taken my large star, and then I think I need this part here for making the actual robin.
Yeah.
And then these pieces here, and you'll just cut them out of your felt in order to put everything together.
You know, we obviously talk about being able to use these in soft craft and paper craft.
Yeah.
What kind of soft craft materials will these like cut through? Obviously they'll cut through your cottons and your felts, as we're going to see. Would you be able to cut through stuff like your faux leather, for example? Yeah,
you could do. Yeah, that would be absolutely fine. So they're exactly like any of the other dyes, any of the multimedia dyes that we've had before.
Yeah.
In that, you can cut through some of that faux leather, you could cut through real leather, you could cut through, obviously we've used felt here because it's quite an easy sort of medium to use. And it's also, this is really sort of kid-friendly as well, being able to use felt. It makes it nice and simple. But you could use, when I did the panda earlier on today, I used some cotton. Just find it here. So I used some cotton fabric, and I just put some Bonder web on the back of it, which gives it, puts like a little pasting of glue on here. And it means that when I then cut everything out, I could peel away this backing and then iron it onto something, and then it fuses. That doesn't work quite so well with the felt. You can use it on felt, but obviously when you're using polyester felt, if you put the iron on it, it will, if it's too hot, it will sort of shrivel away. So you just need to be a little bit careful. I found the wet glue, which is, I just use this one here, which is our textile glue. This works just as well. I mean, when you first use it, you will notice you might be able to see through on the very pale colours where you've put the glue, but it will dry clear and you won't have to worry about it. But historically, you would probably stitch these all together anyway afterwards. But if you're going to be using them, they're going to go on the tree, and you're thinking, actually, if you're going to spend the time making these, you want people to hold on to them, don't you? They want to be coming out every year and dipping on the tree. So I would suggest that you would use the textile glue to hold everything together, and then maybe stitch around the edge just to secure everything afterwards. So we're just building up my little robin. So I've got his little hat, and I've got the little fluffy bits here.
Aww.
And I'm going to give him a little nose, try and find his eyes.
I don't know why you've not suggested this before, but Sylvia Kay says you could use these for Christmas jumpers.
That's a great idea.
You know me, I love a Christmas jumper. I'm surprised I didn't think of that. How fun would that be?
Oh yeah, because I often find that when you come to look for a Christmas jumper, you can't quite find what you're looking for. They're not quite cheesy enough.
No.
You know, I like a cheesy Christmas jumper, so that's a good thing to have. I like that idea.
Yeah.
What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to change his eyes. I'm going to give him bigger eyes like this, and then I'm going to use one of these little black pieces here, and I'm going to cut that in half. Or could I just pop it there? I could pop it there like that. So that's how my owl's going to look. And I sort of wanted a bit of a white pom-pom to go on the top, but I don't think I think I've cut one out and it's disappeared. So I'm just going to glue that together, so you can see how quickly I've put that together. But if you wanted to cut these all out of all of your different
It's funny without his hat on.
It's sweet with his hat, isn't he?
Huh?
Sweet with his hat.
Yeah, it's funny without it.
He does. He looks a bit naked, doesn't he? Without his hat.
I'm not quite sure what he looks like now.
but you could turn it that way and make it into another kind of person, couldn't you? Or you could do all sorts of different things with this. But obviously, with cutting all these out and giving them to children to make what they want, this is a really great way of sort of designing and making another gift for them. So I'm just going to glue everything together now. I can't believe you were laughing at my robin.
No, I wasn't. And I was. I've been laughing a lot today, haven't I? It's one of those days.
Before we even started, we started laughing, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Oh dear.
I think you're right. It's one
What
of
was
those
that?
days.
Oh no, Ben, I'm talk about that actually.
What's that?
That it sounds a bit dodgy, but it's not. The video that you showed me, that was horrendous. I can't do. It's no.
We can't even
lunch.
Yeah, it's yeah.
No. It was just a. It was a funny video. Which you don't want to hear about now.
We were talking about dog grooming, weren't we? Dogs and dog grooming.
Yeah. And the downsides of
Yeah.
dog grooming.
Yeah.
And then Becky showed me a video.
We can't.
No, I told you I couldn't tell the story, and then you said because. Oh, Charlotte, shush. Charlotte's being.
People might be having their lunch.
Yeah, people are having their lunch. That's why I can't tell the story because it's about disgust. Well, no, Gemmy, it's worse than poop.
I think it is worse than that.
Yeah. Listen, let's move on. Let's move on. All right, and let's talk about happy things like Canada Day. Should I say it's the first time since COVID, and we have a big parade today and a concert at Parliament Hill. It's a holiday, and Canada is. Have a guess how many years old Canada is today? I
haven't got a clue. No idea.
152.
Oh.
Why do you say it like that? Canada is 152 years old today. Yeah. Why is that ridiculous? That isn't old, is it? No. I'm trying to think. What year was it? What year was Canada discovered? I can't do the maths on that. 18. It's quite a long time ago. 152 years ago. Celebrates the anniversary of the Canadian Confederation, which occurred on July the 1st, 1867, with the passing of the British North America Act, where the three separate colonies of the United Canadas, Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, were united into a single dominion with the British Empire called Canada. There you go. Do that all off the top of my head.
I want to know what food do they have to celebrate?
Oh, yes.
Is there lots of maple things? Maple syrupy kind of things?
Yeah. Any Canadian viewers, obviously Shadai, that's you as well, but anyone else who wants to join in on that conversation, what are you eating tonight? What are you celebrating with? What's the Canadian sort of tipple of celebration? Is it, do you have a glass of Prosecco over there or what?
I wouldn't have thought it's Prosecco, would it? Prosecco doesn't sound very Canadian.
Well, it doesn't sound very English, really, does it? But we drink loads of it.
But, well, it's the only excuse, really, isn't it, to open a bottle of Prosecco?
Yeah, let us know. Genuinely very interested in that. Lynn says, hi, everyone from Derbyshire. Hello, Lynn. And Sharon says, the possibilities are endless with this collection. You could even make a turkey out of the bird and a gnome out of the elf and Santa. Yeah, you could.
Yeah, there's all sorts of things you could do.
Yeah. I like the fact you've got... Sorry, I keep laughing at the eyes. They're making me... One looks like he's going, oh, Ben's told another terrible joke. Oh. And the other one's going, oh, I've had too much Prosecco. Yeah.
That's exactly what I did. This is the one that I just did now. And it is... that Robin raising his eyebrows thinking, oh my goodness, that's another Ben joke. Yeah. And this one is... I've listened to all of Ben's jokes and I'm probably going to have a little bit of a nap now. And this one here. So I've done those two. Now I thought I would make a drawstring bag. But I have made a fundamental error in that I've forgotten to bring the string to draw the drawstring bag up. But it doesn't matter because I'll show you how to put it together and then I'll describe how to do it.
That's nice fabric there as well, Becky.
So this is a fabric we have today. So this is the Star bunting one here?
From the gingerbread collection.
We've got some of our plain green fabric down here, and then this one is the cookies one. So yeah, all sort of festive colours and designs here. So what I thought would be good is to make a little gift bag that we could use for people that didn't want to waste wrapping. And I thought these would look really good, just dotted around on my little bag like so. So what I would do is I would glue these and then I would stitch around, but what I'm going to do for the moment is I'm just going to stitch them very quickly so you can see what I mean, if I can find my needles. There they are, right at the very bottom. Now if you could do this in a number of different ways, so you could use some of your embroidery thread. So this embroidery thread is only, well, it's a little bit longer. Normally I say it's got to go from the tip of your finger down to your elbow.
Yeah.
And that's as long as you want your thread to be when you're using embroidery thread. This one's a little bit long because I just trimmed it off, so I will just trim that. And you want two threads, 2 strands. So your embroidery thread is a 6-strand thread generally. I'm going to use 2 strands here today, so I'm just going to open that up and then try and thread my needle on TV, which is always a challenge.
Do you want to hear some Canadian dishes whilst you're threading?
Oh yeah, go on then.
You might know some of these, but there's a lot of these I'm none the wiser. So some popular Canadian dishes include poutine.
Yeah, I've heard of poutine.
That's obviously something chickeny then, is it?
Yeah, but I've never had it. I don't really know. I thought it was like a sort of chicken and vegetable-y kind of gravy type scenario going on.
Nanaimo bars.
What are they?
I don't know. I have to go. Butter tarts.
Butter tarts. Well, I like that idea.
Bannock.
Oh, I don't know what any of these things are.
Tourtière.
No.
Montreal smoked meat.
That sounds like it's some kind of bacon.
Caesar cocktail.
Ooh. Was that like Caesar sauce
salad.
in a cocktail glass? Oh.
No, but surely that must mean like a Caesar, the Caesar sauce with it. I'm thinking more like a prawn cocktail.
Oh, okay. Oh,
not
yeah.
like a Caesar.
That made more sense, wouldn't it?
Pea meal bacon.
No, never heard of any of these.
Sandwiches. I've heard of those. Saskatoon berry pie. Nope.
No.
Halifax donair.
No.
They all sound amazing. Maple taffy.
Oh, I
That's
think
obviously like sticky
sticky toffee.
toffee.
Yeah.
Or anything with maple syrup, so should I? Yeah, I mean, the Halifax donair I need to look up. Saskatoon berry pie sounds amazing. I just like that word, Saskatoon.
Does sound really good, doesn't it?
Oh, and the Nanaimo bars.
What are they?
I don't know, I'm looking now. I'm looking whilst you're threading.
Well, I'm really struggling threading this needle, so I apologise. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just stitch. Actually, I'm going to use the sewing machine. Why not?
Hey?
I'm going to use the sewing machine. So what I would do...
Ooh. The Nanaimo bar is a dessert that requires no baking and is named after the city of Nanaimo. It consists of 3 layers, a wafer, nut and coconut crumb base, custard icing in the middle and a layer of chocolate ganache on the top.
Oh my goodness, that sounds absolutely delicious.
Yes!
Why don't we have those here?
Why don't they have those here?
Yeah.
What was the other one? Halifax donair.
God, that sounds really delicious.
Oh.
So I'm just going to pin my little robin to my bag. I've already stitched the bag outside together, which is a schoolboy error, but because I was just going to stitch this all by hand, but I'm going to use the sewing machine because it's going to be quicker because I can't seem to thread the needle.
Is it because the fan's going in your face?
It's possibly, that's probably not helping, I have to be honest. But I think it's more the fact that I've become old and I can no longer see properly.
Can I rub my glasses?
No, it's all right. It's all right. I've now got to try and thread this needle.
Did I buy my
Talk amongst
glasses?
yourselves.
Halifax donair looks very tasty. It's like a kebab. It's like a.
It's like a kebab.
Huh?
It's like a kebab, did you say?
Like it's like that.
Like a doner.
Oh,
Like a doner
donair,
kebab.
yeah, doner.
Doner.
Donair, that's that. Have one of they today to celebrate Canada Day, then finish it off with a. What did we say a minute ago? A Nanaimo bar. Halifax donair.
I love it when you hear different foods from different countries.
I do. Makes you want to go home and like make them for yourself, doesn't it?
Doesn't, and I think that's one of the nicest things about going on holidays, trying all the different bits and pieces, isn't it?
Poutine is chips with gravy and curd cheese.
Oh, I thought it was chicken.
Oh, is it?
Okay.
Curd cheese, is that like cottage cheese?
I think so, yeah.
What? Everyone's saying no to what? I don't know what you're talking about now. I don't know what they're talking about in the gallery now. They're randomly talking about stuff in there. Gilmore says, oh no, are we talking food? Yes, Gilmore, we are talking food. We're talking Canadian delicacies because we are celebrating Not the 152nd, apparently the 155th Canada Day today. I'm going to go home and celebrate with the Halifax Donair and then the Namo bar.
I'm quite jealous. I think they sound delicious.
It does sound delicious.
So I've given you a little sneaky hint there that I was going on holiday. You didn't bite, because I was saying about going on holiday and trying different food. But do
it again.
I like going on holiday and trying the different food, don't you, Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm going on holiday next week.
All right.
But you're happy to talk about your holiday, aren't you? But you're not happy to talk about anyone else's.
No, but everyone else is going on holiday.
Yes, because
you've been on holiday.
On holiday.
Have you been on holiday already? I lose track as to who's been on holiday.
No, I haven't been on
Oh,
holiday.
that's okay. We'll talk about your holiday.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going on holiday?
I am.
Where are you going on holiday, Becky?
I'm going
you
to
deserve
Mallorca.
it. Where?
Mallorca?
Majorca.
Yeah, I'm going into the villa.
Oh, yes. And you're going... Are you going later or before the rest of the gang who are going, I think you said?
No, all my family are going to Mallorca next week, and I go the week after. So I've got a week at home with no responsibility, which is really my holiday.
Are you looking forward to that more than the holiday in Mallorca?
Yeah, absolutely. That is my favourite time. Because I've got no dog, I've got no children and no husband, and it's just party time at my house.
With yourself?
With myself. Joe's coming to stay.
Ah.
Yeah, it's actually quite nice because I'll be able to sort things out and tidy up without anybody making a mess. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And then, the best, we were saying about the thing I'm really looking forward to is the food. Having Spanish tapas and all that jazz. That's the thing I'm really looking forward to.
Will there be the Namo bars in Halifax Donair? Probably not in Mallorca.
No. But, yeah.
How long are you going away for?
I'm away for quite a while. I'm not actually back here until the 12th of August.
What? When are you going? Where? What? Who? Where?
And it's just how it's worked out.
What date are you going?
14th.
Right, here we go. And you're not back till when? The 12th?
Yeah, I'm not back here until the 12th.
Right, so here we go, Charlotte.
Hold
so
on.
Charlotte always takes the mickey out of me because I disappeared for 24 days when I went away in April, and that was only because I had days off either side of the 2 weeks I'd taken off. You've now got the new record holder over there. That's 29 days that you won't be here for. 29 days, so come on.
No, but you've got to put it into context. I will be on Sewing Street.
Right.
For those other times, but it's just I'm not actually here until the 20.
Oh, you mean because of the way it falls?
Yeah, just how it's gone. Yeah.
Oh, like the same with me then. What happened?
Exactly the same. Yeah, that's how it is. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to fold this in here, and I'm going to just top stitch around here. Now, what I would do is I'd want to put a little channel here. So I'd want to stitch across here, and then that would be where I would put my piece of thread or my piece of ribbon, which I haven't got, and I'm really sorry about that, but I'll show you how I put it together as well. You can do a lining for it as well, which I've done here. So I've done it in exactly the same way. So I've stitched around the outside, but I have left a little bit of a gap here, and that's for sort of turning through. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put... make sure I get this around the right way. I want to turn this inside out. And then I'm going to put that like so. And then I'm going to put my bag inside. So we've got right sides together. And we're going to stitch around the top here just to secure it all, and then turn it all around the right way. And then you've got a nice lined bag. So this will be really good, and we're all sort of trying to save, wasting. Wrapping paper. We waste a huge amount of wrapping paper, don't we?
Do you mean you and I, or just we?
Yeah, just you and me. Yeah, just you and me. We're well known. Becky and Ben waste too much wrapping paper. But we do. When you're packing after the children have opened their presents, and you've got a bin bag, picking up all the wrapping paper, and even if you try and
I do separate it now because you can recycle some of it, can't you?
Yeah, and I think that's a really good thing. But even so, you're still sort of throwing out a huge amount of waste. So
well, everyone should just do what you do.
What's that?
We're just going to search for the presents before they get put under the Christmas tree and get wrapped and just nick them before they get there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think the key thing to remember here is presents should be so big they don't need wrapping.
Very good, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a jumbo jet, you're not going to get enough wrapping paper for that.
No,
so
just maybe a little bow on its nose. You know.
Yeah, exactly. So I wouldn't be able to find that. So I think my husband just needs to be a little bit more careful about the items that he buys me for Christmas, so I can't find them.
Where did he hide that jumbo jet?
Yeah, he hides all the presents at the office because he knows I look for them.
Even the jet?
Even the jet, yeah.
Wow. Big office, small jet.
Really small like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just having to fiddle around my sewing machine. Just needs a bit of tidying up. It's not quite moving apart.
Gilmer says, Ben, you can't criticise. In my mind, you are still the longest holiday taker ever. I'm not. She's taking 29 days. Yep. Even though Debbie and Joe edged you out, you will make up for it. I haven't got any more holidays booked currently because I haven't got any more to take because I've used them all up pretty much. But no, I'm not the longest. I haven't been away for ages. I'm always here.
You're not?
I am.
No, you're not.
I'm always here. I'm always here. Yes, I may well take most Saturdays off to play cricket. However, I always make up for it by doing extra days. Like last week, I worked the Thursday when I wasn't supposed to work the Thursday. I'm always here. The greatest time, Becky's just sorting a machine. The greatest time is tonight when they all have the concerts and the luscious fireworks, says Shaddai. This is for Canada Day. Lord Ben, I wore red and white uniform for work last night to celebrate, but will miss the festivities as I have to work. Ah, that's a bit rubbish. I like to watch the RCMP march around the Parliament. They look so good. I bet there's a lot of coverage that you can, watch it on all the TV channels and whatnot. But no, if you are in Canada, have a brilliant day today. Celebrate. Of course, it's Independence Day as well, isn't it? Coming up soon. That must be Monday. Yeah, Monday. So we'll be here for that. Lots of love for this project as well coming through. Mary Rena just saying, OMG, that is so cute. We'll recap on it all for you in just a little while. And I will also show you the builder block of the week, which we've got on the show, plus some lovely felt at an amazing price. The Vibrant Brights we've got coming up for you, which we will show you in just a bit, which again might be a lovely collection to go with this brand new launch, which you can pick up right now. Don't forget you can go for the individuals here should you wish to. If you don't want to buy the full bundle, you can get the Animal Friends at the... No, that's not the right one. You can get the Festive Animals, the Nativity and the Festive Friends individually should you wish to do that. But the best value for money is in the bundle you're seeing on screen right now, $49.59 platinum or $63.16. How are you getting on?
I've fixed the bit of the sewing machine that wasn't quite working. So I've just stitched around this top piece here. So that's going to hold everything together. So I'm going to turn everything inside out, so through that little gap that we had in the lining. So I've only put one of my festive friends, my little robin, in there because I want to sort of stitch them down. I haven't really got enough time to stitch them all the way through. So it looks like that first of all, and then we want to pop that lining back in. So we've now got a nice neat top to this bag.
Yeah.
So we'll just do this. And you want to give this a bit of a press, really. Yeah. So that one would go here. That's how you would do it. Or actually you could just do one of these and you could write somebody's name. You could embroider somebody's name on there and make it a bag that they get every year. I can't remember.
Stocking.
Yeah, you could do it as a stocking. I can't remember who I was talking to, but I said every year my husband buys me the same birthday card.
Every year?
Every year. Yeah, every year he buys me the same birthday card. And it's a birthday card I hate.
What do you mean he buys you the same birthday card?
He buys me the same birthday card. Well, it is the same birthday card. He just gives me the same birthday card each year.
Well, he gives it to you, then after your birthday takes it back and...
Yeah.
Puts it back in the envelope.
Yeah. I mean, he has in the past not been able to find it and had to go and buy me a new one, but goes and buys me the same one.
That's quite funny.
Because he knows I don't like it. I mean, I really don't like it.
Why do you not like it?
It's a particular character which I can't bear.
Who?
No, because it's a real unpopular opinion, and I have and my preference on cards is very unpopular. Can I
Right.
say it? So I don't like, it's called a Tatty Teddy card with a little blue and grey
Oh,
teddy
he's got a
on
little
it.
patch on him.
I don't like him.
Oh, that is very unpopular. So.
And I don't like cards with,
Yeah, he has got a heart on his foot, Jamie. Yeah.
I don't like cards that have a relationship on them.
It's a word relationship.
Well, no, just any kind of relationship. I don't like cards that say sister, mother, daughter, wife, boyfriend.
Why?
Very unpopular, very unpopular.
Why?
I don't know, I just don't like it. I don't like it
So
at
what
all.
do you want on a, if I was to
Nothing, I just want a beautiful card. I don't want any, I could say happy birthday as a sentiment, but I don't like having my identifier, I suppose, for want of a better term, on my card. And because I don't like it, that's what everybody buys me deliberately, because they know I don't like it. My family are horrid to me.
That's a bit cruel, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I think as well, though, you know, you should be in the sort of place that you work. You should be getting handmade cards, not bought ones every year.
I should, shouldn't I?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I should. And it's not as though it's not. We don't have any product at home that they could use.
Exactly right.
You know.
If they use their initiative.
Yeah, exactly. But they don't. I just get a Tatty Teddy card every year. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to mark with my pen down here. And I'm just going to do, so this is about an inch from the top, and then I'm going to do another one about 3/4 of an inch down.
You're all right, because Lillian doesn't like relationship cards or Tatty Teddy either.
Oh, good. Thank goodness there's somebody else.
That's Lillian.
I feel so much better. Thank you for that.
And Chadai says, Becky, if he gives you that card on your next birthday, toss it into the rubbish. That's what Chadai says. Brutal, but probably a good idea.
I think now that I've shamed him on TV, maybe I won't get that card.
I'm surprised he's not messaged in to apologise.
He doesn't watch it.
Oh.
He's very busy.
Is he?
Yeah, too busy to watch me. And he's getting very busy because he's getting ready to go on holiday.
Ah, yes.
So you know what it's like just before you go on holiday, Ben. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's all that rushing around trying to get ready for leaving, isn't there?
Well, I think that I'm very good at packing a suitcase because I don't take a lot. I find I'm normally rushing around trying to get the kids ready.
Yeah.
Get their bits and pieces packed.
Well,
and then I get told off because I don't pack their stuff correctly.
Oh, you see, this is why you need to go on holiday on your own. You can meet up with everybody else once you get there, but you need to actually travel on your own because you've only got yourself as responsibility.
Well, so send Laura and the kids before I go?
Yeah.
And then arrive a day later?
Yeah.
I like that idea, actually.
Clever way to do it. So what I'm doing here now, I've just done these 2 lines and I'm going to stitch along. So that's going to create a channel where I would put my piece of ribbon through. So I'm just going to stitch, I'm going to back stitch on the seam here because I want to make sure that's really, really secure just here.
Do you know as well, a lot of people, who was it who first mentioned it? I think it was Sylvia. Sylvia said about Christmas jumpers. I love the idea of using these to personalise and make your own Christmas jumpers. I'm also loving the idea of like personalised Christmas stockings too, because with the fabric that we've got on the show today, you can make the stocking, you can then take the characters from this collection and pop a character on, and then with the builder block of the week, which you've got coming up in just a bit, you can personalise the name of the person on the stocking as well, because you've got all of those letters in there. But I also think too, and I don't know why I'm thinking this, maybe because they look a little bit pyjama-y, Christmas pyjamas out of the fabric that we've got today with the characters on as well. I love to get a new pair of pyjamas at Christmas. Does anyone else ever do that? Do you do that? Do you get little Christmas Eve boxes we do now? But the kids get little boxes, so it's nothing too extravagant, but they normally get some like popcorn and some sweets, and we'll have like a movie. And then we all have...
On Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, yeah. And then we all get new pyjamas. So it'd be lovely, wouldn't it, this year, to make new pyjamas for the family, and then you could each have your own little character on. So you could have like the dad, Father Christmas, the mum could be Mary Christmas, and then you could have the elf. We'd never name the elves, but Elfina and
Elf and Safety.
Elf and Safety. Elf and Safety, that's what we'll call them. Elf and Safety. That is brilliant. Right, sold on that one. And then you could have Elf and Safety as the kids' pyjamas. That's a good idea.
I'll have to show you how to sew, Ben, and then you can sew everybody pyjamas.
I have got a sewing machine at home, as Bernie will tell you, and I did start to use it, but
Time runs away with you, doesn't it?
It does run away with you.
So what I've done now, I've done that channel there, and I would just unpick this little bit of stitching here with your little tiny scissors. These little tiny scissors that are stuck underneath everything else here. And then that will create a little bit of a gap. And we're just going to cut these little bits of thread down here, like so. And then you would stick your, you get a piece of ribbon or a piece of fabric that you've made into a thin strip, and you pop a safety pin on that end, and you'll push that through, so it would then draw up all the way around here to make your little drawstring bag. But I didn't bring that with me, but you can see how that would work. And then if I'd had time to put that other one there, that's where I'd put it. But I'm going to glue it there for the moment. It's not as secure as you'd want it to be for an actual gift bag. But just think, you know, if you're having, you want to sort of save on waste, or perhaps you want to sort of adapt this, you could make a very tall one and you could use it as a wine bottle gift bag.
Like that.
To give somebody, and you could use these. And then you could also make one of these into your little gift tag that you put onto your gift bag anyway. But that would be, it would all be drawn up over here, and you've got your lining in here as well. So there's your little gift bag. I
love it. I've got a lot of time for this collection. I just think it offers you so much in the fact that, like Becky was saying, you can create beautiful kind of soft craft items with these, but then the fact that they're multimedia dies means that you can back that up with, you know, a card which can match the project, or, you know, a tag that can go on the present which you've already made from this collection. I just think it's brilliant. Lots of you jumping in and grabbing this set today as well, not just for soft crafters, as we've said, paper crafters too. This is and not just for Christmas. Yes. All year. All year round.
Was that only a UK advert about dogs, wasn't it? It's not just for Christmas.
I think it probably was.
Yeah.
The dog is for life.
Yeah, dog is for life, not just for Christmas. Multimedia dies for life, not just for Christmas. Just saying.
But you could make these into other characters for year-round things.
Well, possibly not those ones, not the nativity.
Well, no, maybe. I mean, that's a bad.
You'll be restricted with that one.
You know.
But the other ones you could do, you know, polar bears and stuff like that. Robins.
Yeah.
Have to be Christmas.
Well, that's the nativity scene. So keep that one for Christmas, because that's obviously, you know, very Christmas. This one, of course, well, gingerbread men, not just for Christmas.
No.
You know, snowmen, not just at Christmas.
No, more for April, really. Let's be honest, in the UK.
yeah. You can laugh and joke. And then, yeah, the animals. I mean, come on, these could be for any time. Take the Christmas hats off. Penguin, mouse, owl, reindeer, lamb, and the Christmas robin there as well. It is 57 dies in total for £49.59 or $63.16. Now, you can go for those individually should you wish to. If you're going for any of them, please match them up with the fabric of the week, which is, of course, all Christmassy themed. So maybe you want to be able to recreate the demo that you've just seen and you want some beautiful Christmas fabric to go with it, then certainly have a look at some of these gorgeous fabrics. That one there is your gingerbread lane. 10% saving on all of these, and you're buying by the half metre, so £4.31 or $5.08 if you are a platinum member. Maybe you want to create your own little Christmas stockings this year as well. That one is the gingerbread shape, so you've got the gingerbread house and the candy canes and Christmas bells and Christmas ornaments on there. There's even the beautiful Christmas star on there too. Oh, there's spinning tops and cookies and stars. There's tons on there.
They're so pretty, aren't they?
The more you look, the more you see. Really lovely. Oh, there's a little Christmas angel as well that goes on top of the tree. £4.31, $5.08. Now, this was the fabric that you used just a minute ago, wasn't it? The stars.
Yeah.
That's all year round as well, actually. I think, you know, you'd be buying enough of this to use in projects year round. £4.31 or $5.08 if you want to go for that beautiful star bunting. And Becky teamed that one up with the cookies, which is that fabric right there. So again, platinum price the same on all of these. And then lastly in this set, again, I suppose, well, it is. It can be non-Christmas as well, this fabric here, which is the hearts. Right there. Again, buy by the half metre. Go fairly quickly if you like any of the fabric, because it does usually tend to sell out during the show. Certainly by the end of the show, that will have disappeared. Did you want to Steve, the felt as well, did you say? And we've also got, this is a real great deal on the felt, the vibrant, bright felt bundle. Lovely colours that you've got. There are 6 sheets of your felt, 24 by 22. And again, it might be the kind of thing that you want to go for if you are jumping in and grabbing any of the new dyes today, because as we said, I think the kids particularly will have a lot of fun crafting with the felt, just playing around with that for £2.79 or $3.98 if you are platinum and you're shopping in the US. Right, we're going to take a short little break and we will come back with more. So if you've got items in your basket, or maybe you've got like a burning question that you need answered, get that in right now and we'll come back with the second half of the show in just a moment.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Achieve crisp, precise, and perfect die cutting results every time with the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim. The idea behind the plastic shim is that it creates a thicker plate combination, offering an even more precise die cutting result with each pass. Simply pop a plastic shim between your cutting plates and then roll through your Gemini die cutting machine and voila! An amazing precise cut every time. Plastic shims work really well with detailed or thin metal dies. So if intricate cutting is your thing, then the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim is your best friend.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
You've found a lot of supporters on the socials today. Yeah, because a lot of people just saying about they don't really like the relationships on cards and also the teddy.
Good. I'm really grateful because it was something that I've been reluctant to say, given that where I work. But it's just something that I just don't get. My in-laws, if I might give them a beautifully handcrafted card. If I haven't put to my mother and father-in-law on it, they don't like it. I might have spent 3 hours working on the card, but it doesn't have that relationship on it, so they don't like it. Lots
of people as well shocked that your other half sends you a card, the same card each and every year. Becky, send it back to him for his birthday, says Lynn. Shaddai says, my other half can never give me things I don't like. He will never be forgiven. I will never, ever stop talking about it. So he would never send tacky things to me. And Lillian says, Becky, you should colour the Tatty Teddy in with bold colours and glitter pens. Stick a funny felt animal head over Tatty Teddies.
That's a great idea. I might do that when I get home if I can find it.
Something else which you will, I'm sure, definitely want to pick up today is the
Build a Block of the Week,
which is our 20-piece alphabet and numbers collection. Really clever this, because you've got a whole selection of dies in here again. So it's your all-in-one patchwork system. It's time-saving, it's precision, and it's allowing you to make letters from 6 inches up to 12 inches. You've got your little drawer in here as well. If I just open this up, and then you can see, because you're not getting just the dies of the letters, as it were. You've got all of these dies within your case here. So you've got the ability to make up all the letters on the back. And I would imagine, There we go, look at that, they're all beautifully contained in there. I would imagine you can make more designs with these as well, right? Not just the alphabet.
Yeah, you absolutely can. Yeah, there are lots of different shapes you can do with these. And obviously they are sort of half square triangles, quarter square triangles, rectangles and squares. So they're going to be sort of key shapes that we would use in patchworking anyway. So it's a really useful one to have.
It's a great deal today. So normally this would be £70, $90, $34.99 today, $44.97. Platinum price on that is £27.99 or $35.98. Let's go through these with Becky in a bit more detail. Tell us about the set.
So you're going to get them in the box that Ben just showed you, and then you'll have this sort of map here which shows you all those different shapes. And what you're going to be getting. And if you look down, it will say, for example, here, medium square, medium quarter square triangles, extra small rectangle. And these are really quite useful because you need to know what sizes everything is when you start building them together. Now, I know that Sarah, when she uses these, she actually writes down onto the packaging what everything's called, so it's nice and easy to see, so you don't have to keep sort of looking at these two bits and pieces here. But everything is kept really nicely in these little boxes, so you've got everything nice and tidy, which I think is a real key thing with dies. I mean, I'm a terrible one for shoving my papercraft dies just into a box, and it's not great because they get caught up and tangled up, and especially if they're really sort of intricate, they can get damaged. So it's really great that you can pop everything in this box, and of course it looks nice in your craft room anyway. So this is what we're going to use. We get this little booklet in here, which is really key because you need to get the information to work out how you're going to be building all of these letters and shapes and numbers. At the very front of this, it talks about cutting against the grain, which I've talked about before. The grain line is the sort of the thread of the fabric which goes up and down, and then you've got another thing which is called the weft, which is the thread that weaves in and out of those sort of straight lines of thread, and you'll need to cut with that sort of strong line going upwards. And the way you work it out is if I take a piece of fabric, with a piece of fabric that you've bought, you're going to have the selvage edge, those sort of nice sort of neat edges are going to be on the side, on the left and right hand side. So you know that if you've got those on your left and right hand side, your piece of fabric is going straight up, the grain line's going straight up, so you know you've got it nice and straight. But if you've got a piece of fabric like this and I can't tell, it's a pattern that's all over, the way you would do it is you give it a bit of a pull. Give it a bit of a pull this way and a bit of a pull this way, and you'll notice that one side has got more of a pull, like this one here, than this one here. So I know that my grain line is going up this way. And this is where you've got your little shapes here. You want your grain line to be going in this direction, so you pop your shapes onto your fabric when they go through your Gemini in this direction. For an example, if you're going to be cutting on the cross, so you wanted something on an angle, you would cut it across this way. That's when you do curves, and you get a lot more stretch on a curve. So if I go like that, you can see you get loads more stretch, and that's why it's sort of important to keep everything square. So it's a little bit like graph paper, if you think of it like that. That's how fabric's formed. As you go through here, it will show you which dies you need to use in order to make different size blocks. So if you're going to be making 6-inch blocks, you'll use all the extra small shapes. So as I showed you earlier on, we've got the shapes in this box here. One of these will say extra small rectangle, and you'll know that those are the extra small ones that you need to use. And then it will talk you through how to put everything together. So you basically create strips, and then you stitch all those strips together and you'll make these kind of designs. So obviously you can make all of your letters of the alphabet, and this is the Roman alphabet, and we don't have any sort of special letters that you might use. We've got all your numbers in here as well. Then we have things like hashtags, we've got quotation marks, you've got exclamation marks, question marks, and then you've also got some shapes here as well. So you've got hearts, you've got stars, you've got Christmas tree, you've got Home Sweet Home, a little bear, and I think that's all of it. And then you've got a corner flower. This one is quite a key design that you would have. You'd see quite a lot on the corners of a larger quilt.
Yeah.
But you can see how you can build all those together. Now, the one we're going to make today is the tree, because we've got a Christmassy kind of theme to the show today. So we're going to use this. Now, it'll say here, for the background, cut 14 squares, 6 half square triangles, 3/4 square triangles, and then for the design we want 6 half square triangles, 4 squares and 1/4 square triangle. So the way I do it is I get all my bits and pieces out first of all. So I'm going to be using my largest blocks. So I want my 14 squares, my largest squares, which are these ones here. There's that one there, and then I want my extra large triangle down here, and then I want my, that's what I need, half square triangle, or 1/4 square triangle as well I need. Where's my 1/4 square, there's 1/4 square triangle. So those are the shapes that I need to make that. So the square, and then these 2 triangles here. And then I just run them through my Gemini. So if I cut a few of these out now, so I'm using my fabric plates, and I've already pre-cut some fabric already. So I'll just cut a few of these out so you can see how they go through the machine.
So how many layers did you say comfortably cut?
6 comfortably with crafting cotton, but you might be able to do a little bit more if you're using something very, very thin. I mean, 8 is generally doable.
Yeah.
But I would say that you would want to make sure if we've got it around the right way. You just practice really. So I would make sure that you've got the right amount. You know, particularly if you're using something very, very expensive. So say if you've got a very expensive sort of Liberty print, or you know, using some K facet fabric, for example, which you know is eye-wateringly expensive. I would just work out what you're doing first of all, and practice on ordinary cotton if you're going to. You don't want to be partially cutting everything, and it not to go through.
Lillian's just messaged to say I got a bumper bundle of felt in my parcel today, which is nice. Jedi says, I have this builder block, glad that you are showing it off. Let us know in the comments as well if you've got this particular builder block. Maybe as well you've used some of our other builder block collections previously and you're enjoying using them. Let all of our other viewers know as well about that, why you love them so much, how you found it to be a time saver for you. Maybe, you know, the kind of set that's got you into soft crafting, because I think that's what these builder blocks allow you to do, isn't it? Like cut with precision, cut with speed, and it's a bit of a game changer for, especially for newbies, I guess. Yeah,
and I think, well, for anyone like me that doesn't really like measuring, you know, I don't measure. I don't even measure when I cook, so I'm never going to measure if I have to cut something like this out. And I think even if you're using a rotary cutter, you're still not going to be able to cut out this many layers of fabric in one go. And that's, you know, sort of the key thing, because you want to get going and do the fun bits of sort of building it all together. So this is great for me. It makes such a difference having a builder block. It really does. I think I said before, so my aunt was the one who sort of got me into quilting. Yeah. And I said, she was working on some quilt, and I said, oh, do you know, I've got dies that can cut that for you. She was like, what are you talking about? And I showed her, and then I cut them up for her, and she was just blown away. She was like, wow, I'd put away 4 days to do cutting for this, and I'd done it all in,
minutes.
About, an hour or so. I've got everything done for her.
Amazing.
It does make a real difference. So I'm just going to pop everything back in my little box so I don't lose them, because that's what I tend to do.
It's good housekeeping to do that, you see, isn't it?
And it's quite therapeutic. Oh, I was going to say, because they all go nicely in the box. Well, they don't when I just flick them up in the air. Hold on a minute.
They do actually click back in quite nicely when you do it properly, though.
Yeah, look.
Yeah. Click.
Don't do what I do. Do what I say.
Exactly right.
Okay. There. That one's there. It's like a big puzzle.
Beautiful.
Right. So I'm going to pop that over to one side. Now let's get my bits and pieces that I've cut out. So what we're going to do is we're going to do one of these layers here, one of these rows. So I want a background square. I want a background triangle, I want a triangle for the tree, square for the tree, and I want to do exactly the same on the other side. So I'm using my dark green fabric for my tree. So I've got my tree there, and then I want to do a triangle that way, and one that way, and then I'm going to do a couple more of the triangles over here. So they go like that. and then I want squares on either side, and that's going to make one of those rows for me. Just hoping everything's not going to blow away because I've got the fan on. So that could be a bit of a disaster. So the first one we're going to start off with is we're going to stitch together these triangles. Now you'll notice on the triangles, you can see better here, they're not complete triangles. We haven't got a sharp point on there, and that's because we've taken into account our 1/4 inch seam allowance. So actually when we start stitching, we stitch from this point down here all the way along, and so these little pieces here, which are our dog ears, historically when you cut things out of using a template, you would have a point there because it's a proper triangle, and you would need to trim those little dog ears away to get rid of the bulk of the fabric when you're putting a quilt together, but you don't need to worry about that because we've done that for you. So we're going to put right sides together, and then we're just going to stitch along here with your 1/4 inch seam allowance. And I'll do the same with this one as well.
Lots of love for the last demo coming in. The bag. Amelia Sirocco saying, love the bag. Thank you for the demo. It was good actually.
Oh, thank you.
Becky won demo of the show earlier on as well. With I'll just have to get it for you because it's very cute. Hang on.
Very
one
exciting.
second. Huh?
Very exciting.
It is.
I like to win. I do, it's quite nice, especially when I look at everything else and I think, oh, I don't know. You've obviously got a smaller head than I have. It's a bib for Ben.
It is like one of those, can you still hear me by the way? Yeah. It's like one of those running vests, like the bibs used to get at school, wasn't it, when you used to play?
Isn't there's a restaurant chain in America where you get wings or something and you have to wear like a bib?
Do you really?
On the top. Yeah, yeah.
I choose this bib.
It suits you, Ben.
Thanks. I really like it. I really like it.
I didn't manage to get that over my great, big, enormous head.
You didn't?
No.
But you've got big hair there, haven't you, as well?
I've got big hair and big head.
I don't know.
I'm very disappointed. So I'm going to a wedding tomorrow, a wedding which starts tonight.
Oh.
But I can't actually get there in enough time for the start of it tonight.
You're not going to get there in time?
I won't get there tonight. No, I'm going to go tomorrow morning and for the actual ceremony. But I've ordered a hat, and my hat has not arrived.
Oh.
So I've got to, tomorrow when I'm on the train,
buy a hat?
I'm going to have to customise an old hat, which I have, ready for this wedding for tomorrow.
Well, I think pandas. You can't go too far wrong.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, do a few pandas on there.
What, maybe sort of hanging down a bit, like...
But like the cork hats they have in Australia. Might be, you laugh, it might be quite handy because it's that sort of time of the year, isn't it? We went dog walking yesterday. The amount of midges and horseflies, I got bitten like you would not believe. So maybe...
It stops the
flies. That's why they have the corks. That's what I'm saying. So if you have like dangling... There's a sentence.
Dangling pandas.
Dangling pandas. Is that the follow-up to Kung Fu Panda? Dangling pandas. They keep the flies away.
Do you know what? I'm going to have to put a dangling panda on my hat anyway tomorrow, aren't I? I'm just going to have to do it.
I'll be disappointed if you're posting pictures up and I didn't have a picture of a dangling panda.
Becky and the dangling panda.
It would get tongues wagged anyway, wouldn't it?
It would, it would.
I kind of think that people would see you as a bit of a trendsetter. Do you know what I mean? Because of what you do. So
I think most people look at me and think I'm a little bit odd.
I don't.
Not that I'm a trendsetter. There's just that. Oh yeah, that's that odd Becky. Right.
Oh, I'm sure they.
Oh, no,
maybe.
I'm not entirely sure.
No.
So we're going to stitch these two together here. So we're just going to stitch all of these squares together. So I'll start here, and then I'll sew the rest of them together as well. So we're just building up that little line, that little row of stitching.
Shaddai says, I love your singing, Becky. Lord Ben, enter that one in the wrap-up. She looked smart, so she did. Which one? When Becky was singing? I'll put Becky in the wrap-up.
Do you know I won a national singing competition? We've had this conversation before.
That's the one in the airport?
Yeah, it was the one in the airport, yeah.
Where you were singing a Madonna song about ice creams?
Yeah.
Whilst wearing
Not
a
very
feather
much.
boa?
Yeah. And I won.
Yes.
It was a long time ago.
Mm.
Yeah.
Was there anyone else in the competition?
Yeah. It was every employee across the country. So, yeah, very exciting. And I got a holiday out of it.
That's why you've got a good singing voice.
Yeah, that's right.
Lots of people saying they want to see the hat pick now as well with the dangling panda.
Okay.
Lynn says, I want to see that hat pick, Becky.
Okay, I'll do my best. I will be getting home very late tonight. I've got a very early train tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
I will
So you might have your very own panda eyes.
Yeah. I will try my best to create a panda hat on the train. Speed crafting, that's what it's going to be, isn't it? As I'm driving along.
Just you get one of those big train seats as well, because if you get stuck in one of the, because you can get the ones with the tables, can't you? That's what you need, really.
Maybe when I get on, if I haven't got one with the table, maybe I just say, would you mind moving? I've got to make a hat.
And it's going to have a dangling panda on it.
Yeah.
Then they definitely move out the way.
I don't know whether I could take my Gemini Mini on the train, couldn't I? And they would full fit in the Mini, so I could.
Oh, there you go then.
Yeah.
And your Mini will fit perfectly in your bag.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. I think there might be a little bit of a video going on tomorrow. Crafting on the go.
Sharon says, I'm so glad that Sisol is on. Sisol? Oh, Softer Side of Life. Sisol. Are there any videos of your singing, Becky, says Lillian?
Do you know, there is a video, but no one knows where it is. I mean, it was such a long time ago. I was 19 at the time. That's, no, actually a lot of people, were you even born then?
When?
Were you even born then in like the 90s?
Me?
Yeah. You're like a young spring chicken.
I'm the same age as you, aren't I?
No, you're not. I'm much older than you are.
Oh, well, I was born in the 70s.
Didn't you tell me the other day that I was coming up to 50?
That was not me. That was definitely not me.
I think it was.
I thought we were the same age.
No.
What?
I'm 47 now.
Yeah, we are pretty much the same age.
I don't think so. Yeah, so I can't remember what we're saying now.
So about being in the 90s and singing.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a long time ago when I was doing it. So there was a video, but who knows where that's gone. Disappeared into the ether. Maybe one day someone will find it.
I feel like trying to dig it out now. But like back in the day, there wasn't the ease of uploadability, was there, like there is nowadays, you see.
And the guy that filmed it was actually my boss's boyfriend, and then he split up quite soon afterwards, so I don't really know what happened to it. So it might be a bit tricky. So that is one section. I've also done some others. So I've already sewn these in exactly the same way. So this one is slightly different because you've got 4 triangles here. That's going to make the apex of your tree. It is called an apex, isn't it? Top of the tree. I think so.
Oh, what?
I'm just merrily chatting away to myself because you're ignoring me.
No, sorry. I was just reading the comments. Lillian saying, was there internet back then? The internet came about like in the... When I did my first and only year at university.
I don't remember there being...
95, 96.
Yeah, so this would have been...
The dial-up?
Yeah, this
when was your singing? 1970?
Rude. No, it would have been like probably 95. Yeah, 95.
Oh, yes, it would have been around about that time.
Yeah, not something that was really sort of seen though, was it? You didn't really have, there wasn't YouTube or anything like that.
Oh no, that came like.
So there's no real way to put anything on social. There was no social media. So I'm going to start building this up. So you can see these are all my rows of my tree. So we've got this one here, which is the base of the tree. Then we've got your different levels of the tree as we go up, like that. And then at the very top, we've got that little apex, little point at the top here. So we're just going to stitch all of these. Oh, that's the fan. We're just going to stitch all of these together to make that block. So it looks a bit too tall at the moment, but actually because we're taking into account the seam allowance in there, when I stitch everything together, it'll be 12 inches square. So I'm just going to match these up like so, and then stitch them together.
Sylvia says, panda accessories all over. You could put a panda on your handbag. This is a project for the train. And make a panda necklace. And also you could make some mini panda earrings, says Sylvia.
I quite like that idea.
Yeah.
That would be quite good. Actually, I have got some panda earrings.
Have you?
I've already got some panda earrings, yeah.
Well, there you go. I mean, you're halfway there, aren't you?
Yeah, just do a panda themed to the wedding. I mean, I had thought that maybe my theme was going to be pink peonies, but that's just silly, and I should be going for definitely going for these. It was funny when I was looking at Facebook, and somebody who is a friend of mine on Facebook, who I think I met at a craft fair, she'd posted that there's going to be, the Red Arrows are going to be travelling across Devon tomorrow, which is where the wedding is.
Oh, yeah.
And actually at the time of the ceremony.
Oh, right.
So if the weather's okay, it's going to be when they're sort of taking their vows. So the Red Arrows are going to go past, which I think would be quite exciting.
That's quite showbiz, isn't it? Almost like they organised it for their wedding.
Yeah.
Sylvia says, if you're doing all that panda stuff, I love the fact that this is gaining a bit of momentum. All you need is a black and white outfit.
Yeah, it's a bit late now though, isn't it? I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Maybe you could make one of those whilst you're on the train as well. You know.
Do you not want me to have any sleep tonight?
It's got to be a fair old journey down to where you're going in Devon on the train. I didn't realise they had trains that far down there. They didn't when I used to live there. It's only about 5 or 6 miles away from where I used to live. Where you were going.
Really?
Yeah.
It does look really nice, and the place we're staying in is actually on the estate where the wedding is, and it's there's a hot tub.
Well, there you go.
Which I think sounds lovely.
What more do you need?
Yeah, exactly.
You could have a panda swimsuit.
I'll have panda eyes when I come out of the hot tub, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see I've done that first piece, and I'm just going to keep on adding these. Now the best way of doing this, if you pull your fabric too much, you'll end up making it stretch. I'm just matching up the middle, so the middle seams first of all, and then I'm pushing, I'm just sort of pinning across the edge, just matching up each one of those little squares. So as you've used your Gemini, you've die cut them, they should all match up pretty perfectly, but it just depends on whether you're being accurate with your seam allowance. I haven't got my magic foot, which I like on my sewing machine, so my seams might be slightly out this time.
Just to say as well, because Crafty Angie's asking, this isn't a new builder block, is it? I mean, I've only seen this, I think it's the second time I've seen it, but it's not new.
It's not new, but you know, you were saying about having letters and you thought they were actually a whole letter. We do have those applique alphabet and numerical appliques dies, which are the whole letter, but they're obviously a bit smaller, and they're great for you know, if you want to do a sort of personalise a stocking, for example, they would be absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Whereas these are really good if you want to do something a bit on a sort of like slightly larger scale.
Yeah.
So if you want to do something like a quilt, or you want to use, I mean, I just think all of these shapes that you've got in here are just so useful for all sorts of different things. You won't, you know, you don't have to just use them for even the designs that we've got in that little booklet. Using them for your general sort of quilting and patchwork shapes is quite good. Anyway, so you know, all those squares and triangles are what everybody uses anyway. So I've done the third layer. Just going to put these ones together.
We just thought as well today to have this on alongside the new multimedia sort of Christmas characters. This is just, you know, quite nice, I think, to have for personalising things like, you know, gifts, or, you know, as you said, if you wanted to make your own little Christmas stockings this year as well. The combination of this with your characters, with the fabric that we've got on the show, I think is a great way to do it. But also just nice that, you know, if you've got, maybe you want to make a quilt for a new baby or something like this, to have like the alphabet, I think, is really cute as well.
Or wall hanging, you know, that kind of thing. With, you know, it doesn't need to be the whole alphabet, does it? Just could be a ABC. Or maybe you want to do, you know, you want to do some general applique. You want to do, you know, A is for apple and applique an apple on there. You want to use a larger alphabet. You don't want to use these small alphabet dies we've got. You want to do something much larger. And these would be perfect for that.
Just realised I've still got this apron on.
Pardon?
I've just realised I've still got the apron on.
Don't take it off, you've got to keep it on.
Keep it on?
Suits you. Yeah.
Shall I?
It does look...
What do you mean you reckon you could do it up? It has been done up, thank you very much
look a little bit like... What was that film when... well, either Alice in Wonderland, when she suddenly gets big.
Yeah.
Or that Tom Hanks film when he grows up suddenly.
Big.
Yeah. When he's wearing like the huge suit.
Oh, yeah. At the end when he shrinks back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I did have it done up now. Just undid it to me. It is done up. I just can't.
I mean, you're always such a natty dresser.
Nutty?
A natty.
What does that mean?
Natty, you know, smart.
Oh, smart.
Bit natty, yeah.
I try and be quite smart, you know.
You're
I don't know
always
if this
smart.
is a particularly smart. I mean, it's a nice apron, but I'm not quite sure it goes with the waistcoat.
As looks go, I don't think it's your best, but
No, you know, but I'm all up. Definitely a statement, says Jamie. I'm all up for you know, highlighting the products we've got on the show and showing off your brilliant makes as well, which I think I'm doing with aplomb today.
You do, yeah. Well, that's just because you want me to make you some pyjamas.
Pyjamas, yeah, and
a jumper
and a new
cravat.
I actually think I quite like an apron as well because I make a lot of soup at home, so maybe like an apron with like a bee on it, maybe.
A bee?
Like B for Ben.
Well, not a C for Charles, because that's your real name.
CBJ across it, maybe.
I can make you an apron. An apron's quite an easy thing to make. It's not. I mean, I've got nothing to do next week, so.
Well, I mean, you could do it whilst you're on the train.
Yeah.
So it says, you know, throw a dress together on the train. You've got plenty of time to make the hat and the dress.
You know when they say on the train you've got that little socket and it was like mobile phones only. I'll be there.
Whip out a sewing
Gemini,
machine.
sew machine, iron.
How funny would that be if you were literally on the train? You just took a sewing machine out and started making all of this stuff. That would be brilliant. That would be brilliant. You definitely need to film that.
Whilst wearing my outfit. You know, with the pandas hanging from my hat.
Pandas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suspect that there won't be anybody sitting next to me. They'll be like, keep well away from that crazy lady in J6.
Yeah. Then we'll move into another carriage, I think, probably.
So there you go. So you can see how that's come together, and it is literally just all of those squares and those triangles. But that's really effective, and that's just one of those designs that you can do in this booklet. So it's not just letters and numbers. You've got all of these different sort of shapes and patterns you can do in there, as well as you know, symbols like apostrophes and ampersands and that kind of thing as well. I don't think there's an ampersand. I think I just made that up. Hashtags. There's no ampersand.
Hashtag made it up.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So there you go.
Yeah.
That is this week's
Build a block of the week.
your 20-piece alphabet and numbers collection. Like, these are brilliant. Like, if you've used any of the other builder blocks that we've had previously, I've no doubt that you will be coming in to grab this because you know the value that you're getting. £70 or $90, the deal is amazing today. So it's a £35, almost $45 saving, and you're down to £27.99 or $35.98 if you're platinum. It's all about precision, it's all about time saving, and the fact that, of course, you can cut multiple layers in one pass, and you're going to make between 6 and 12-inch letters with this collection, and as you've seen, even more from the booklet, information on how to make those different designs. You've got your numbers in there, of course, as well, and the hashtags and your punctuation marks you can make with that collection too. Nice little one to go for alongside the main collection today. Also on the show, worth giving a bit of a heads up to our quilting starter kit, which is our
Of the week.
Is that the first time we've done that one?
Yeah. how many more things of the week can we do?
I don't know.
We have a soup of the week in the cafe.
It's going to
Soup of the week.
You could just pop up from behind the counter. What have we got for lunch today? Oh, well, we've got jack of potatoes, the sandwiches, and also here's the soup of the week. Tomato, and then you just pop back down again. We've got an ultimate starter kit on the show for you. Now this is rather handy, rather natty. It's your quilting starter kit. In this set you've got your A3 cutting mat. You've also got in there the 6x12 ruler with all of your angles on, and we're also giving you your 45mm rotary cutter. Also very handy for the fact that we've got the erasable fabric pens. I am reliably informed that these haven't been seen since March, so we are throwing those into this bundle as well. Writes like a pen, disappears like a pencil. A nice gift idea for somebody perhaps who wants to get into quilting, because it is pretty much everything you need, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And actually that size of a ruler is really useful. And the one I've got is a fold-out ruler, just because I'm travelling. But the one that is that kind of size. It's like half the size of my fold-out ruler. And it's the one I use the most, I have to say, at home. So yeah, you're going to get everything in there. And the rotary cutters are fabulous. And those heat erasable pens, I mean, I use these all the time. I can't begin to tell you how important they are. I would say don't use one of them to write a cheque and then put the cheque on the radiator. Which is what my mum did, and she was like, oh, I'm going mad. I've written a cheque and it's gone blank. And I was like, well, what pen did you use? She goes, one of those lovely pens you gave me from your work. And I was like, well, that'd be why.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Or write a cheque to somebody you don't really want to cash it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're using these for things like, sometimes if I use them on felt and I'm wary about putting an iron on it, I just use a hairdryer, and I just use the hairdryer across the fabric, and then that will make the pen disappear.
Quite cool, aren't they? You're getting the red, the black and the blue in there as well. And yes, of course, dry heat to remove the mark. All of this is what we like to call our
Sewing deal of the week.
I love it. I really love it. I'm not going to get bored of that. Funny, I love it as well that I didn't come up with that, and then it's just totally but normally you're like, oh, here he goes with another one of his silly songs or another one of his silly little catchphrasey things. But that's all Becky. I absolutely love it. I just wish people like that side would encourage me more to go, like, you know, oh, what's this? Oh, the foam on a roll, foam on a roll.
So you see, last week they were singing that, and I didn't sing. And Debbie said, why did you not sing? I said, well, I didn't know the words.
I'll teach them in the break if you want.
Thanks, that'd be good.
£22.40 or $28.78 is the deal on this. We're going to take a short break. There's a queue of people wanting lattes and Americanos, so I'm just going to go and do my other job, which I do in between. I do it when there's a break on. I'm the barista here, so I'm just coming. So hang on a minute. You got some milk with that, dear? Okay.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Make your die cutting tools last as long as your love for crafting with the Gemini Accessories clear cutting plates. Your metal dies are put under lots of pressure with each pass through your Gemini die cutting machine. So to make sure they cut crisp, clean, delicate designs for years to come, you need to look after your dies. And that's where the Gemini Accessories clear cutting plates come in.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
Jeffrey says, Ben, you look great. All we need is to get you a chef hat, a toque. I can sign that as well. I can sign chef. I was doing some signing earlier on. Chef. Know all the words, chef.
Jobs can you sign?
Butcher.
Butcher?
Yeah. Baker.
Oh, okay.
Oh, barman. That's easy. Barman. Police.
Oh, okay, so they all make sense, don't they?
Fireman. Doctor is like taking the pulse.
Yeah.
Nurse.
Politician.
I don't know politician. Office worker I can do. So office is just O. Office worker. I know a few of us might get embarrassed now. Ben, you have great competition, says Lynn. You have great competition? Competition? What does that mean? I don't know. Yeah, exactly. For what? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Rosalind says, definitely a great price for the set of builder blocks. It is. And, so we'll come to this. I'll ask this question now because I've got to show something else. But when we come to it, Sheila says, can we please share how large the stars are on the new collection as well as the approximate size of the animals inlaid? And I can't find it in the product descriptions. So we'll have I'll let Becky quickly do that whilst I just quickly show you the other goodies that we've got on the show. The Patchwork die collection, which is your Dresden, your orange peel and your apple core. So you've got, I think, some of the most usable dies needed to create the most sort of usable shapes that we hear quite a lot of when it comes to your patchwork. That one there is your Dresden. Once again with these multimedia dies, so if you are looking for some interesting shapes to use in your card making, then absolutely you can use these as well. And the fact that they're multimedia dies means that you're going to be cutting multiple layers, different types of fabric of course as well, to create a whole host of different projects. You've also got in here the orange peel, and you're going to get your apple core in there too. It's a total of 13 dies that you'll get for that price tag of £32. Should be almost $85, $110, $41.20 today is the deal on those. And let's get back onto the launch. I've just looked at the time. I can't believe we've got less than half an hour to go.
I know. Zooming.
Huh?
It's zooming.
Oh, I thought you said it's been very soothing. It's not been soothing. It has been zooming. Hopefully you guys are having as much fun as we've been having. The Multicraft Applique Star die collection, which we've just measured, I think.
I have.
Okay.
So the new Star, they're 4 inches by 3.9 inches, and then the animals, they vary. So they're around about 3.3 inches wide, and they vary from about 4.5 to 6.6 inches for the rabbit with his big sticky outy ears.
Thank you. And you get all of these different characters. So they're 3 collections in one really. If you want to order them individually, you can. Best value for money though is to go for the bundle. This one here is your festive animals. So you've got your owl and your, I think it said dinosaur then, gee. That's definitely a reindeer. Where did that come from? Then you've got your little mouse. That one's a polar bear, but as we said, I think what it is because his ears are sort of sticking on the wonk.
Maybe if we put his hat at a more jaunty angle.
Yeah, and the ears up straight.
Yeah.
But it could be a lamb. I think it's good that we've done it like that, so you can see you can create lots of different animals. Robin and the penguin. And again, you've got so many different shaped dies within that collection. You'll probably find different ways to be able to use these to create different animals to the ones which we show you how to create within the collection. Then you've got your festive friends. So here is, of course, Father Christmas and Mrs. Christmas, Merry Christmas. We've got the snowman there, Frosty. We've got Crumbs, the gingerbread man. And we got...
Percival.
Huh? Oh, sorry, Percival. Sorry, why did I call him Crumbs? Percival, the gingerbread man. And then we've got Elf and Safety.
Or Elf and Stacey.
Elf and Stacey. Or Alf and Stacey.
Alf and Stacey.
Alf and Stacey.
And we know there's going to be more elves throughout the rest of the Christmas shows, don't we? So that's going to be the ones that we go for. Alf and Stacey.
Alf and Stacey.
Don't make me laugh, I'll end up snorting.
Oh, I'm not going to snort. I'm not going to snort. And then lastly in this set, you've got all of your, well, not all of your nativity characters, but you've got Jesus and Mary and Joseph.
And the wee donkey.
And of course you've got your 3 kings. We 3 kings of Oriental. You've got Balthazar. I don't know which is which, but there's Balthazar, there's Melchior, and Casper. Are your kings that you're going to receive there as well. But as you said, all individual dies to create the characters, the dies to be able to create the stars too, and all of that. Well, a launch price should have been just shy of £78, almost $100. You are saving $15.98, $19.50. Platinum price is £49.59 or $63.16 let us have another look. Final demo, I guess this will be on this collection, and then we'll get you to vote for your demo of the show.
Is that going to be the new jingle? I think we need little jingles, don't we? You need to record some little jingles.
I'm all up for a little jingle.
Yeah. Right. I thought I'd use Festive Friends, because I haven't used this one yet, and I was going to do the snowman. So again, you'll see that you'll get the same kind of format. You get all your multimedia dies, and there's lots and lots of them in here, and then you get your little recipe booklet, I like to call it, in order for you to create your own your own little characters here. So you can obviously follow these exactly as the way they are, or you could mix and match with the other bits and pieces that you've got. So the snowman is quite simple. In actual fact, on the design, we've sort of said about embroidering little snowmen, little snowflakes on the background, but you can actually get some really nice sequins that look like snowflakes. So I would just stick some of those on there personally. So going away. So I've already pre-cut my pieces of felt. So I've got a blue for the background. Then I have, just making sure things don't blow away, because some of the things are a little bit small. So I've got, pop those on there so they keep still. I've already got all the different components, so I just need to build up my snowman. So I'm going to start off with his body, which goes down here. So I'm going to glue these all together in just a moment. We've got the head, the hat. We've got, I just used a couple of beads which I glued on before for my previous one to make his eyes. Just trashing the place over here.
That's all right. You've been fairly neat for the first.
I have been quite quiet, haven't I? Normally I trip over something when I'm here.
No, you have actually.
I did trip over earlier, but no one noticed.
Oh, no, I didn't notice that. The competition, by the way, Lynn saying, Ben, you've got competition, it was to do with your singing.
Oh.
You have great competition, Ben, with Becky singing her one-liners in the show. I get you now. No competition, but I think Becky's are stronger than mine.
I don't think so.
Oh, no, I think they are.
I mean,
so the block of the week is strong. And the sewing, what was the other one? Sewing deal of the week.
Yeah,
strong.
I mean, it's like I've just got one melody, isn't it? And just adapted all the words.
No, but I think it's strong. I like it. Solid. Rosalind says, love the little elves, they're adorable. What do you mean, Alf and Stacey? You've got to say it in like a London accent, don't you?
Yeah.
You usually get Jamie out to say it with a god mic. Alf and Stacey. Alf and Stacey. It's gone, Alf and Stacey.
That's perfect.
Excuse you. That was Alf there.
I'm just going to glue all these different components on here.
Yeah.
We've got his hat.
Aww.
I'm feeling quite festive, actually.
Are you?
I might have to make some mince pie. Oh no, I've got no time. I'm going to a wedding.
You do it on the train.
Yeah. Well, take one of those little kids' baking ovens. You know, the ones that you cook some kind of cake mix and with a.
Oh, you can get like the ones that you put your toasties in. Do you mean those ones?
No, you could get those. What are they called? Like an easy bake oven, I think they're called.
No, but you can get. We used to sell them on the other place I was, because you know you get like the little toasties the little toasty makers you clamp shut. You could get ones which you just put your pastry in and whatnot, and you can make little pies in.
Oh, I didn't know that.
they'd like cook in, I don't know, 10 minutes or whatever. So yeah, get one of those. Get your sewing machine. Make some mince pies.
If anyone's watching today that's on the train to Exeter tomorrow morning and you wonder why there's no power, it's me with my easy bake oven and my my iron and all the other bits and pieces. I'll be the person that's being thrown off before we get to Exeter.
So funny.
So I've just glued those in there, and I need to put some little eyes in there, but I've done that with this one here. So I've just put a couple of little beads on there for his eyes. He's got no mouth, but
no. This has got his carrot nose.
They don't eat, do they, snowmen? They don't eat.
Do they?
No.
Oh.
Nil by mouth, they are.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nil by mouth.
Yeah. So we put that there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little cutlery pocket. So to pop your cutlery onto for Christmas. So I thought these would be quite nice to have for the kids, really. So I've cut 2 pieces of fabric. So this is the gingerbread lane fabric. Yep. So that is approximately 5 inches by almost 11 inches. Like I said, I'm not very accurate. I just thought that looked about right. And I'm going to put right sides together. And I'm going to stitch around 3 of the sides. I'm just going to leave the bottom end open so I can turn it all out.
Not far away from doing the old vote as well, you know. You're definitely going to have 2 in the final, aren't you, as well,
Yeah,
later on?
yeah.
We'll have to get you another win on the board, actually.
I've only got 1 star on the board.
That was your
That was
B.
That was the B.
Yeah. I tried to really push that for demo of the month, you know,
Yes.
because I was here for that one and also Michelle's exploding box.
Oh, yes,
I
yeah.
was pushing for those 2 because they were quite close to my heart, really. But
Oh.
Jan's frame one, the demo of the month. The demo of the
that
month.
was that. I mean,
It
that
was
that
amazing.
frame was really beautiful.
It was.
So I'm not surprised that one.
Last chance saloon as well for you to get any final comments through, any questions that you want to ask about this collection. I think we've covered off most things actually, but if there's anything that you want to know, do let us know. Rosalind just saying definitely a great price on those builder blocks. And Lynn says, don't forget you're taking a Gemini sewing machine on the train with you to make your black and white wedding outfit. Oh yeah, the Gemini sewing machine and probably one of our die cutting machines and a little pie making machine as well.
What I should be doing is taking one of our bag making dies and making a bag, shouldn't I? I should be doing that. Maybe when there is a Crafter's Companion wedding that goes on, maybe if there are members of, no.
I mean, who's next in line for that? Who's that most likely to be?
I think we all know who that might be.
Is it someone that works
Maybe.
in here?
Yeah, maybe. I think when that should be a bit, no, everything you can only wear or have Crafter's Companion products. So everyone's got to use, Crafter's Companion bag or Builder Block of the Week.
Yeah, that could, yeah.
That could be quite good, couldn't it?
Hopefully in the next 5 or 6 years, you'd hope. Do you feel, doing what you do and having the skills that you have, do you feel not under pressure, but do you kind of feel that you need to make things for events like bags and clothes and things, or not really? Or do you not have the time to do it?
I don't have the time to do it. I did have a desire that a couple of years ago I was going to make all my clothes. I wasn't going to buy anything that year, and I didn't. I just couldn't do it. The reality is, it takes a long time to make anything, and it's time that I don't have. I mean, I can make my own clothes. I don't. Or if I do, I start them off and then I hand them over to my mum, almost finished, and get her to finish them off for me. I think for everybody, it's sort of running out of time, and I think you get, especially with dressmaking. For me, it's cutting out the patterns. I hate cutting out the patterns. I suppose that's why doing something like with a builder block really appeals to me, because it gets rid of the bit that I really don't enjoy. It's just time, isn't it?
Yeah. Which we just don't have enough of, do we not?
And I've just realised I'm going to this wedding and I've not made them a wedding card. That's a bit shocker, isn't it?
Tell you what you can do.
So when I get home, when I'm on the train, I'm going to take some cardstock with me, and I'll also be making a card on the way down there. I was thinking, oh no, you finished watching House of Gucci on your phone and maybe have a bit of breakfast, but no, I'm going to be making stuff.
You could just borrow the card that Tim sent you, couldn't you?
Yeah, with the
Just
tattoo teddy on
just cross
it.
out happy birthday and put congratulations and cross your name out.
Yeah, exactly. I think somebody was saying on a show last week that they always put the sentiment inside the card on something removable so that people can re-gift the card, which I think is a really good idea. And I think if my husband had realised, he should have just got a pencil and written my name in pencil, and then he could potentially, well, I don't know how many other wives he's got, because it does say wife, so he probably couldn't use it for anybody else.
Well, you could just do what Jamie did the other day. He was looking for a Father's Day card, and he went out to the box out there, the box where we pop all the cards that we do. And there was one Dad. He thought, oh, this would be perfect. So he gave it to his dad for Father's Day. Didn't realise it said happy birthday on the inside. It's the thought that counts, eh?
Yeah.
There's genuinely a lot of thought that went into that. Genuinely a lot of thought. Becky, you'll need to carry one of the Crafter's Companion rolling craft bags / portable craft rooms on the train with you, says Rosalind.
Yeah,
You will at this
well,
rate.
I haven't got one of those.
Sure, you'll probably find one.
Huh?
I'm sure you'll probably find one if you dig deep enough. And Tracy says, "What? Oh, Tracy, why don't snowmen like carrot cake?
I don't know.
Because it tastes like bogies."
Oh.
It's not as funny because they got a carrot for a nose. Is that Charlotte? It's not. Charlotte went, "That's disgusting." That is quite funny. I'm writing that one down. That's going in the dad joke book.
So I stitched around the outside of this one, and I've got, where it's turned in, I want to finish that off. So I've done one already. Here's one I've done earlier. And then I got a piece of fabric, and I just folded it in half to make a pocket to go over here. And I've put it together in exactly the same way. So I've sort of stitched around the edge and then turned it round the right way. And now what I'm going to do is, hold on, I'm going to cough. Excuse me. I'm just going to stitch all the way around the outside, round the outside, round the outside. And that's going to make my little pocket for putting my cutlery into. Oh, and actually, what I need to do is attach this, because that is what the whole idea of this demo is, isn't it?
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
Sorry.
There's no point for getting that.
I know. That's a silly idea, isn't it? Now,
No.
no points.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I just know what you mean.
You carrot forget to put that on there.
No. So there are various ways you could do this. You could stitch it by hand. You could put it through the sewing machine. If you're going to do it by the sewing machine, before you fold that over, before you stitch it, I would have then put that there and then popped it around the sewing machine just to finish it off. But in order for us to be quick, I'm going to glue this on after I've sewn everything together with some of that textile glue. So I'll just pin around the outside here, and then I'll stitch all the way around. So I'm going to stitch around this part here as well, just to finish it off nicely.
Sylvia says, do you need to make the wedding present as well, Becky?
No, they want donations to charity.
Ah, okay.
So that's easy.
That's easy enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Rhonda says, Becky, when you wait till the last minute to make a card, it's called procrastination.
Ah.
Very good, that. And Mary Pat says, when I was a senior in high school and I wanted to wear something new for school the next day, I'd just sew it up. I was quicker back then, and time moved slower. We didn't have all the social media. Didn't time move slower back in the day?
Yeah.
I remember when I was little, like a year, it just used to seem to take forever, didn't it? Like Christmas, because you always used to look forward to Christmas when you were younger, and it just seemed to take like an absolute age to get from one Christmas to another. And like Christmas Eve itself, wait for Father Christmas to come, used to just fly by. The years now, I never believed my parents when they told me, as you get older, you wait till you get older, and the years fly by, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
It's gone in an instant. Gone in an instant. I can't believe I'm 43.
You don't look 43, Ben.
Thank you, that's what I was waiting for. You don't look 26.
No, I look 50 apparently.
You don't. We're same age, aren't we, roughly? And Lynn says, I think we all need to hop on the train with you, Becky, to give you a helping hand with all your projects.
Oh yeah, I think that's definitely what I need. That would be great. I feel like that'd be a really good craft along on a train.
On a train?
Yeah. We should do some things that are sort of outside, I think.
You've heard of snakes on a plane, this is craft on a train. Yeah.
Could we make it into a film with Samuel L. Jackson in it?
Yeah. I don't think I want to repeat that, Jamie.
Oh dear. Right. Well, the stitching around the outside, around the outside. Doop, 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 doop. I have heard that, Jamie. So I think it's a London thing. It's a London thing. Now, I don't have any cutlery, but we can pretend.
I can get you some.
Yeah, okay. We could pretend this is cutlery, so we would put that in there. So I'm just going to glue this together at the moment. So this is the little And that's the little image that we put there, that's your little snowman. And I just thought this would be quite nice. So you could do one of these for each person as almost like their name places. So you could then embroider somebody's name. Thank you. You really do look like a barista now.
Yeah, your toasty will be out in a minute, madam.
So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on there. And this glue, you know, with these cutlery things, they're probably going to go in the washing machine because they might get a bit grubby. So it might be best to do these ones out of cotton rather than felt, so they can go in the washing machine. Or of course you could always pin them on, and so people could take them away. Is that do you do table gifts at home for Christmas?
What do you mean? Like Christmas tree gifts?
No, table gifts.
What do you mean?
So when you sit down at the table,
yeah,
there's a little gift for you.
Yeah, Christmas tree gifts we call them.
But
So we have like our starter and then our main, and then in between like the main Christmas dinner and the pudding, one of the kids gets to go to the Christmas tree to dig out the presents we've hidden in the tree.
Oh, okay.
And they bring them back and bring them to the table. So kind of.
We've got giant cutlery here, but you can see how that would work. And then there's no sort of scrabbling around looking for the cutlery for somebody. No, you've got all of that there. And these make great little placemats.
Perfect. I really love that a lot. I really love that. Rosalind says, I'd do the train. We've been asking for the cruise since the beginning of lockdown. Add that to the list of crafty gatherings. Yeah, craft on a train, absolutely. Anne says, that's because when you're a child, a year represents so much more of your life percentage-wise. When you get older, it's so much less. Oh, that's deep.
Yeah, that's and quite depressing as well in a way, isn't it? You know.
That you're running out of time.
Yeah.
Rosalind says, I actually like the home economics class. Half the year you cooked, the other half you sewed. Crafting on the Orient Express, says Mary. Now that sounds like my kind of craft.
I'd love to do that.
Sylvia says, we could take over the whole carriage with a craft along. Can we get the rock in the film too? I mean, I'm up for that. Craft on a train with a rock.
I think we should suggest it. You got any friends in the film industry?
You're the woman who knows people in the film industry.
Yeah, maybe I'll
Maybe you
suggest
should make a few calls.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going on holiday with somebody, and she's always looking for new ideas for films. I'll suggest it.
Craft on a train. You guys would all go and watch it, wouldn't you? I would certainly. I mean, I would hopefully be in it with you and The Rock. Let's just quickly remind you of the deals you're going to get here, and then we'll do the vote. We'll get the vote going, and then we'll almost be there actually. Lynn says the cutlery pockets are gorgeous. Crafty cruising sounds awesome, says Rhonda. It does. Hey, listen, you've got to go for this collection as well. I love it so much. Don't forget multimedia dies. So obviously you've seen soft craft projects all the way through this show, but you'll be using these in your paper craft ideas as well, I am sure. All of the dies there to be able to create the star backgrounds to pop all the different characters onto. Then you've got your Christmas characters, so Father Christmas, Alf and Stacey, Percival, Frosty, and Mrs. Claus. Remember that time. And lastly, you've got baby Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
And the wee donkey.
And you've got Balthazar, Melchior and Caspar, the three kings of Orient are. £49.59 is your platinum price, or $63.16. Let's get the vote going for the demo of the show. What we're voting on, please.
So the first one is a gift bag, which should have a drawstring in it, but doesn't. So you've got your Robin gift bag. This would be good for a burglar.
What?
Because it's for Robin. The little swag bag.
You need to make him a little matching Robin mask as well to go on.
And then you've got your block from the Build a Block of the Week.
Build a Block of the Week.
So your little Christmas tree. I'm sorry it's moving around a little bit. I'm quite old, I need the fan on me. And then we've got the cutlery holder here with the snowman on it.
1, 2...
1, 2, 3.
3. Get your votes in on that. You've got about 3 minutes to get your vote in. Quickly, some Save a Stitch deals for you. Always very handy to have nesting dies, whether you are a soft crafter or a paper crafter. This is a great deal on a 2 set of nesting dies. So you've got your circles. You've got 9 of those in total, and you're also going to get the flower nesting dies as well. It's almost a 60% saving that you're going to receive here. 15 dies in total. Oh, is that? Oh no, can't add up. No, that is right. 9 and 6 is 15. there's 12 there. Definitely 15. £16, $24 for that collection if you want to pop those into your basket. We've also got on the show, the felt. I love felt.
I like felt too.
It really just does take me back. You know the fuzzy felt. You used to build the characters, didn't you? Because you had the scenes, didn't you? Didn't they come with like various scenes?
Yeah, or sometimes it just came with like a blank or like a black sheet, didn't it?
Yeah.
So it had like a background, a piece of card that had a slightly fuzzy backing, but it was almost like, it was a bit like felt, but it was it was more like, you know, the loop side of Velcro. That's what it was like. It was that kind of feel to it. And then if you held up the things, all the felt would fall off. But actually, you know, it was good for sort of sticking it all together. Yeah.
That is a 50% saving. Feel that? It's felt. Feel that's felt.
Your jokes are just as bad as mine.
Eh?
Your jokes is just as bad as mine. No, they can't be as bad.
£2.79. So you get 6 sheets in total there. Worth stocking up on that. It's a half price deal. Worth buying more than you need right there. And then also very quickly show you the animals as well, which we showed you earlier on Wake Up Call. So if you like the ideas of creating your own sort of Christmas characters, we've got the applique animal dies for you as well. 63 dies in total here. So we've given you kind of the outline of the kind of characters that we think you can create with these. However, you can probably do more because you've got such a huge selection of dies with it in this set. So, and the price, by the way, is phenomenal. 63 dies for £28.78 or $32.30. You've got your farmyard friends. So you've got your moo cow. I don't know why I felt the need to say that. Just a cow. You've got your horse. You've got your piggy. You've got your dog. You've got your little lamb there, and you've got your bull. Then you've got your zoo friends. Best ever price on this, by the way. You've got tiger, lion, monkey, panda, giraffe, elephant. Very good with his animals, isn't he? And then lastly, you've got is that a mouse?
I think so, yeah.
Unicorn, different dog, frog, rabbit, or it could be donkey for those of you that wanted a wee donkey, and your cat, or could be fox. It's entirely up to you. Best ever price on those at £28.78 or $32.30 if you're platinum. Really lovely fun collection, and I think the kind of thing that you'll enjoy crafting along with the kids and the grandkids with as well. We're just awaiting the vote. When are you back then here with us? In about 3 years?
12th of August, I think, or it's a Friday. As it would be normally.
So what are we doing in the meantime then? We must have a softer side before then.
Yeah. Oh. We've got a special guest.
Whoa!
We've got Adam Brooks back.
Have we?
Yep, so he's going to be here and covering for the next 2 shows. So I'm sure he's got some lovely things for you all. And don't forget about me. That's all I can say.
We won't forget about you. How could we forget about you?
Yeah. Don't you forget about me.
No. I bet he hasn't got his own jingles. We'll ask him when he comes in.
Yeah, just when he gets to build a block a week, go, what is it?
Yeah, what is it? And he'll be like, what are you talking about?
Or perhaps he's watching the show and he knows exactly what we're talking about.
We'll find out in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
Demo of the show.
Might have I won the demo of the show?
You have won. One. That one? Yeah.
Oh. Surprised the one I didn't quite finish because I've forgotten to bring the...
It's supposed to be a drawstring bag, but...
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I like it.
So this is one for the burglars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was Becky's mate from earlier on, which won demo of the show. So be 2 Beckys up against a Debbie for a later.
Excellent.
Thank you so much.
We'll
see you on the 25th of December or whenever.
Well, whenever I come back, it'll probably be the same time you're on holiday anyway.
Yeah. We're back in a couple of hours' time. We've got a masterclass. The fish is here. Debbie McGiggles will be joining us for that. It is all about edgeable technology. So we've got the modern edgeables. We've got the grande edge swirls. They're going to be in here as well. We've got the timeless borders, the cute characters, modern edgeables. We've got great deals on the craft kits as well. Actually, we've got a best ever price on box 47. We've got fantastic card stock in there. We've got stamping platforms. Oh, it's all there. You definitely do not want to miss out on that show. So in the meantime though, if you have got stuff in your baskets, in your carts, make sure you get your items checked out. And also whilst you're doing that, don't forget that it is I was going to say the penultimate day, but it's not. What do you call a day that's before the penultimate day? Second to last? Yeah, second. There's 3 more days to go of our Summer Sea Sun sale, so make sure you check it out to 75% off on the web. Thank you to Becky. Have a great holiday. I'll see you back here in 2 hours' time with Debbie. Bye for now.